The Kamloops Residential School is scarred with a horrific past, and those energies can still be felt today.
And I seen a little girl, and she walked this way.
The red brick walls of the building still act as a prison for spirits of the past and haunt the residents of present.
Took my earbud out and I'm like, I quickly turned and I scanned and there was nothing there and I'm like,
The Kamloops Indian Residential School was established in 1893 and operated until 1977. The main goal of the school was to strip the culture of the First Nations and assimilate them into Christian society. Attendance at the school was compulsory by law, and parents were threatened with prison if they refused to allow their children to attend.
Additionally, the school was also used during the tuberculosis epidemics, further scarring this location. History has flooded these hallways with negative energies of the painful deaths, the many abuses, and daily torments that haunt the Kamloops Indian Residential School to this very day. As we drive past the main building, the first thing I notice is just how ominous the structure truly was. Right away, we knew that this was not just an investigation. It was going to be a glimpse into a dark time in Canadian history. This bricks and mortar building is a keeper of secrets. Waiting inside the Secwepemc Museum is our storyteller, Sabrina Thomas.
hi, welcome to the Secwepemc Museum and Heritage Park. My name is Sabrina Thomas.
Hi, nice to meet you. Karina from True North Paranormal.
I'm John from True North Paranormal.
Well, welcome guys, nice to meet you. Welcome to the museum. So we have 4 galleries, and the 4 galleries you'll see items from pre-contact, clothing and adornment. You'll see traditional artifacts in here like weirs, fishing equipment, as well as plant science in the back, ethnobotany. So.
A lot to look at.
Oh, there's quite a bit to look at in here. A lot.
Okay, so you can take us on a tour?
Oh, I sure can. So
Awesome.
let's just go this way and we'll start the tour.
Awesome.
Okay, let's
thank
go.
you.
All right. So, welcome to Kamloops Indian Residential School, guys.
Glad to be here finally.
So, I'm going to actually take you up to the 4th floor. So, we'll go up there. So, welcome to the 4th floor. This is the boys' dormitory.
Wow, you know what? This is a huge space. What do you guys use this for?
So basically this was the boys' dormitory on this side. The whole right side of this building was the boys, different ages. And once you get to the chapel, there's a dining hall underneath, but all to the left side was actually the girls' dormitories too. So they really did separate them and segregate them.
Yeah, this room is making me feel a little bit uneasy.
Oh.
It's very heavy.
Okay, well maybe we should just head back to the museum now.
Sounds like
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go.
Before exiting the building, Sabrina pulled me aside and wanted to take me to the basement, where she had an experience that profoundly affected her.
So, Sabrina, I understand something weird happened to you in this hallway. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh yes. Basically I was doing janitorial and I was sweeping this hallway with those big brooms and I heard footsteps behind me and I felt them. You know, when you feel it really hard?
Yeah.
I felt them too, and I looked the first time and there was nothing there, so I just kept pushing my broom, and then next thing you know, I get to around here and it sounded heavier, firmer, louder kind of, and I quickly turned and I scanned and there was nothing there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that just creeps me out. Yeah, so that's what happened down here. I've never done janitorial again.
Oh, that was the last time.
That was the last time I did janitorial. It was too much for me,
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't blame you.
As the darkness started to fall, I headed to the cathedral to talk with one of the band members, Counselor Eagle Casimir.
Alright man, so Eagle, you're one of the counselors out here. I hear you've had your own unique experience in this building.
Yeah, it happened a few years ago. I was working nights doing security over at another building over here, and I came over to help the other security that works here to do some rounds, and we came up here, and I was the only one up here to check. And I was just over here and looking around, and once I was over here, I turned to look up on the balcony there, and I seen a little girl, and she walked this way. And that was the first time I seen anybody up there. It was late at night.
Did she have any pigment to her, or was she just look like an everyday girl?
Just looked like an everyday girl. She had kind of like a white dress on. She was just up there looking at me and just started walking. So I thought she was going to the stairs, so I was going to meet her at the stairs, see if she was lost. Nobody came down, went up, nobody there. So
Wow, man.
yeah, I got chills. So
No doubt, no doubt.
So-
Well, man, I appreciate your time coming out and telling me your story.
no problem.
Awesome, man. Thanks.
All right, no problem. Good luck.
Thanks, man. All right, so I hear that you've had some personal paranormal experiences here in the museum, particularly in the theater.
Oh yes, the theater, yeah.
Would you mind telling me about it?
Sure thing. So this is our little theater in here. Basically, I do a lot of my presentations in here. So when I come in here, that's where I stand. I present residential school and pre-contact. And there's always somebody, feels male, and he's always sitting in here. And I've noticed that. I'm thinking maybe he's watching a movie. I don't really know. And also, when I do some presentations, the lights flicker. These ones here flicker just like crazy, off and on, like crazy. It just, that leads me to think paranormal.
Right,
That's
right.
my personal thought on that.
Okay, so now we're going to head into the 3 to 5 room and see what it feels like in here. Oh, it feels heavier in here too. It feels dark in here. I feel aggression. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this room either. It feels wrong in here. There's something wrong. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what the history is behind this room either, but it's not pretty. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. Yuck.
Karina's read was bang on. After she had left the room, I was filming some cutaway footage of the children's hands paintings, and the directional mic on my camera caught this very disturbing Class A EVP.
Oh, it feels heavier in here too. I feel aggression. It feels wrong in here. There's something wrong. All right, so I am now in the baby room. This whole area doesn't feel right at all. This is just not right. There's something not right. Small little doorway. This room is also all sorts of wrong. I don't know. I'm feeling something not right in here. I can't pinpoint what it is, but it's just not right. Oh. Or it's just a fear of what could happen to them.
Alrighty, it's like you're fascinated.
Canadian Ghost Hunter Supplies. At Canadian Ghost Hunter Supplies, we supply the paranormal investigator and Canadian Ghost Hunter with the technology to uncover the truth. Visit CanadianGhostHunterSupplies.ca.
Okay, so I'm heading up to the 4th floor, boys' dormitory, which doesn't have a very happy reputation. The air is already getting very, very heavy, but it could be because we're going to the 4th floor. So this is the boys' dormitory, 4th floor. The air is really heavy. It's so hard to breathe up here. Holy crap. I'm sensing fear. I don't know if it's current fear of us being here, or it's just a fear of what could happen to them when someone came up the stairs at night. This is the boys' bathroom. Yeah, I don't like any of it up here. It makes me really sad. Really sad. Yeah, that's about it. I'm curious to see if we find anything up here tonight, in the dark. Because it doesn't feel very good.
As I descended down from the boys' dormitory on the 4th floor, I couldn't wait to leave the building as the weight on me was almost unbearable. I have to admit, although I was super excited to do the nighttime investigation, I was also very leery on what we would uncover.
Okay, everybody, we are in what used to be the girls' wing here at the Kamloops Indian Residential School. It is now present-day daycare, and we are going to go and start our nighttime investigation here. What did you find?
We're gonna head into the 3 to 5 room. I found that room pretty not nice. So
nice.
Yeah, we should start there. I didn't like it at all. So yeah, let's see what we find.
All right, sounds good. I have to admit, once we went lights out, the building seemed to come alive. Felt like static in the air. It was so electric.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do is set up some REM pods in a perimeter right here.
Right. So after we form our perimeter, we're going to sit in the middle of the room, and we're going to do a spirit box session in an effort to bring out some voices.
If you're here, can you make one of these lights around us go off?
Why is that one going off?
I'm not quite sure. If that's you, can you make that brighter?
And it's going brighter.
Can you move to another one of these lights?
Are you able to move? Did you hear that? It said, can you? I see that. It said, did you hear that though?
Yeah.
We said, can you make another one move? And it said, can you?
Karina was totally correct. A clear male voice, in a very snide tone, responded with a, "Can you?"
Are you able to move? Are you able to move?
One going off right there.
They're all going off.
Can you make them go brighter?
And isn't it weird that they're all going off at once? I've never seen that.
I've never seen that happen before.
That's pretty creepy. They're all on again.
Are there more than one of you?
No.
The female's voice almost seems scared.
No.
Just what's playing out in this room?
It's just one?
So although the clear no EVP was definitely a female voice, the can you and the empath walkthrough shh, don't tell was that of a male.
Can you make more of these go off at once?
Yeah, they're all on again.
Can you make this one go on again? Oh, it's on.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're getting some pretty amazing responses here.
Okay, so to all you guys at home, we've had nothing but positive confirmation about a child or children in here. We're still going to continue this in hopes that we get a name.
The spirit box went silent and the ghost boxes stopped lighting. Whatever was in the room with us had left.
Okay, so we've definitely got some positive responses, would you say?
Yeah, we sure did. I got the impression that we had children here, and then I got the impression that they were scared and something scared them away, and then we got nothing.
Yeah.
So I think there's, I don't know, good and bad in here, because, yeah, my first impression of the entire room was not nice.
Right.
And then it seemed like we had children here, and it was okay.
All right, well, I tell you what, let's go to the baby room next.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
You see how bright that one went for a sec?
Yeah. I did.
I can't help but think back into the old days of the Kamloops Indian Residential School, and what it must have been like for these young girls living in the swing of the building. Alone, scared, and in a very unfamiliar surrounding. Is that what played out here tonight? These girls trying to play but are being watched under the strict eyes of the priests and nuns that still haunt these very rooms and halls?
Okay, so we are now in the baby's room, and John was about to go in and set up some REM pods in the sleeping room, and all the emergency lights went off. It is dark. There's no emergency lights working at all, which is kind of creepy. So let's go see what John has set up. You're still setting them up?
I'm just about done.
Okay.
So I've set up a perimeter in here, and very much similar, Karina, to what we did in the other room.
Oh, there's something energy draining in here.
Give us a sign of your presence, knock.
Canadian Ghost Hunter Supplies. At Canadian Ghost Hunter Supplies, we supply the paranormal investigator and Canadian Ghost Hunter with the technology to uncover the truth. Visit CanadianGhostHunterSupplies.ca.
As I stepped into the present-day baby room, I could feel a very strong charge in the air. Immediately, something started to draw the energy from me.
I noticed right away that Karina was having a hard time with this room. But what happened next even gave me the chills.
So are you a child that's in here with us? Or are you an adult? Judging from the brightness, I think you have enough energy perhaps to be an adult. Is that right? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Give us a sign of your presence, knock.
That was right behind me.
Oh my. Can you do that one more time? Can you knock again just to show us you're here? Just one more.
Hearing the immediate response with the knock caught me off guard, especially when our cameraman, Dean Trumley, indicated the knock happened on the wall directly behind him.
That was right behind me.
However, what we didn't realize is after John's second request, a faint knock response was detected by our sensitive directional mics.
Can you knock again just to show us you're here? Just one more. Can you knock again just to show us you're here? Just one more.
Upon enhancing the audio, we realized the first knock was on the outside of the wall. However, the tone of the second came from within it.
Make another one of these lights go off. They're all around us.
Unless you don't have any energy left.
You feel anything?
No, but I was drawn to this mobile for a moment.
What about it?
I don't know if I saw it move, or if I was waiting for it to move, but I was drawn to it for a minute.
Okay.
When we reviewed the footage, it was clear that the mobile was moving. Now, keep in mind there is no ventilation or airflow in this room, and it is way too high for one of us to accidentally bump it. Not to mention, up to this point, it had not moved.
The activity started almost immediately with the unknown outage of the security lights. Our ghost boxes immediately went crazy, and then the two knocks. It finally all ended with the unknown movement noticed by Karina as she was drawn to the mobile. Whatever was in that room with us drew its power, indicated to us it was there, and then left the area.
Okay, so we are on the 4th floor of the residential school. This happens to be one of the most highest activity floors in the entire complex. To start this off, I'm going to be using a flare sweep since the floor is pretty much vacant and has been for quite some time. We have the luxury of being able to sweep the floor in a nice even pattern. So let's go. So we'll make our way further into the complex here. I like this room already. Alright, so we are in the old shower. I'm getting no activity up here. Just so you guys at home know, I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to try to take care of that after I tackle this next room. It's walking. It's walking. Come on out. Oh, I know you're there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's gone. Are you kidding me? Okay, so I'm not 100% certain, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys and say I know for sure, but it certainly looked to me like on this floor something was walking towards us. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack, turn around, and I'm going to set up my laser grid in efforts to get things here. In addition to my laser grid, I'm going to also do a spirit box session. All right, make my way back. Got my spirit box in an effort to properly arm myself for this. So, you have a lot of people scared up here. Why don't you come out and show me you're here? Do I have to come to where I saw you?
Almost immediately, our cameraman stopped me as he had seen an anomaly in the viewfinder.
Right there. See it?
Yeah, I see it.
You see that, guys?
Oh my God.
Do you see it moving? Right there?
Holy
Look at it moving. And it goes over here and then it disappears. And you can see and then look at,
Whoa, he's back
And
again.
it's bouncing. Do you guys see that? See how it's moving separate? It's still there. See how it's moving? I'd like to get this back to Nerve Center and get the girls to look at it.
Yeah.
Because
Come back up here and take a shower.
yeah, well, I thought maybe we'll come back up later, maybe use a REM pod instead of that. But
Yeah.
if that isn't a lens flare, that's probably one of the most powerful orbs I've ever seen in my life.
Let's go. I got a clear view though, I'm not sure what that was.
Canadian Ghost Hunter Supplies. At Canadian Ghost Hunter Supplies, we supply the paranormal investigator and Canadian Ghost Hunter with the technology to uncover the truth. Visit CanadianGhostHunterSupplies.ca.
Our cameraman caught a weird anomaly on the small viewfinder. In the dark, it looked like an amazing piece of evidence. However, once we loaded it up on the computer at Nerve Center, we quickly realized that it had a prismatic flare in the center and a circular reflective glare around it, quickly telling us this is simply an IR glare and easily explainable.
Okay guys, we're back up on the 4th floor. We had some good activity up here. So we are going to head into the washroom on the 4th floor and try an EVP session up here. Okay, we're in the 4th floor bathroom. Boys side, this is the EVP session for 4th floor, number 1. So you guys at home can see both our REM pods are starting to go off here simultaneously. Are you here? I got a clear view though, I'm not sure what that was.
Both of those EVPs were audible to the human ear. I was convinced it had to be coming from outside. After confirming there was no one else near us or by the building, we felt that the first EVP was the sound of children playing. And then a female voice saying, "Henry?"
When I heard this EVP, it reminded me of the girls' dormitory investigation responses. Are these residual hauntings of children playing and then the nuns and priests keeping them obedient?
Are you in here? You're in here, give me a sign. D. D. Can you make that one go bright? Tell us your name so we can help you. Okay, something touched my leg, man. I'm gonna wrap up the EVP here and see what we got. Well, Sabrina, we did a pretty lengthy investigation here. And I would like to say that I think we came up with some pretty amazing results. Absolutely.
Okay, so our first one takes place during the empath walkthrough. Upon review, we found it later. Me and Kent had already left the room. Dean stayed behind to get some extra footage. And, well, take a look. It's a pretty creepy EVP.
Holy, wow. Don't tell. That's pretty clearly clear what that's saying there.
That's very clear.
And that was in the
The 3 to 5 room in the daycare.
in the which used to be the girls' dormitory, of course. That's where that was.
Definitely sent chills on my spine.
Oh yeah, that's it. I almost got goosebumps there.
So this one kind of denotes intelligent responses versus residual responses. In this particular one, we got a series of intelligent responses. Let's take a look.
Really? Why is that one going off?
I'm not quite sure. That's you. Can you make that brighter?
And it's going brighter.
Do you have a name? Can you make another one go off? Can you move to another one of these lights?
Are you able to move? Did you hear that? It said, can you? I see that. It said, did you hear that though? We said, can you make another one move? And it said, can you?
One going off right there.
Oh, that's creepy.
So in this particular case, the intelligent response came with a hello.
Oh, and then the can you. That was creepy.
That's right.
Ooh.
The next one we're going to show you. I went up to the fourth floor with Dean Trumley and his wife Denise, and when we were up there, well, I tell you what, I'm just going to let the clip happen.
Okay.
Are you one of the boys? Were you hurt?
What I didn't realize is there was someone in the room with me.
I got a clear view though, I'm not sure what that was.
Henry.
That was really clear.
So again, this kind of denotes the intelligent response versus residual response. This one, I believe, was kind of a mix of both.
Yeah, okay, the next one also took place in the daycare, which is also used to be the girls' dormitory. It happened in the baby's room. As soon as we entered the baby's room, the security lights went off, just shut right down, pitch black. You could immediately tell that you were not alone. It was so uncomfortable. And here, let's just take a look.
So are you a child that's in here with us? Or are you an adult? Judging from the brightness, I think you have enough energy perhaps to be an adult. Is that right? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Give us a sign of your presence, knock. Can you do that one more time?
Ooh, that made me jump.
Made me jump
Wait,
too,
my hands just got even sweatier right there. Wow.
Now, Dean Trumley was the cameraman. This knock happened right behind on this closed door.
And
he was
right in the corner. Nothing behind.
Holy.
Here, I'll shut it off.
Thank you guys. That was awesome. That I guess that you found so much.
Yeah.
Maybe the kids will actually have their story out there told now. So that's really good. Thank you.
Yeah,
The
that's
important part is they have their voice.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly. Yeah, and to know that that could be underlying what's going on, that's even more interesting to know. I'll be doing research on my off time.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
Well,
inviting
thank
us
you
out.
guys. Thanks.
Thank
Sorry
you
about my
so
sweaty
much.
hands.
To be expected.
Oh, wow. Thanks again for coming. We really appreciate your.
It was my pleasure.
And mine as well.
That was a great investigation, I'd say.
No, I think we brought some forward here too, which is very important. We made it sure to help.
Yeah, I think that's what the goal was. Well,
Absolutely.
This has been a Thunder Boys production.